Hello friends, how are you doing? Welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Kathy. I hope everyone is doing well today. It is Sunday night and I'm going to tell you guys, it's been a long day today. I had my grandson last night. We had a fabulous time. This is the first time he's ever stayed overnight with me. He's stayed with me a lot, but not overnight. He was not the first bit of trouble. He was great. But there was no sewing that happened today. It is almost 9 p.m. and I'm going to call it an early night, but I wanted to get on here and give you guys some updates of what has happened and my goals for this next week. I do have goals for this next week. The first thing, I think I'll bring this to you. It was a finish. So we do have a finish. This is our Battenberg. And of course, as soon as I pick it up, I see a string that I missed trimming. This was the Battenberg. I did get this as a quilt kit from Fat Quarter Shop, but if you want the pattern, you can get it off of a Jolly Bar. It is the Sweetwater Threads Jolly Bar that has the pattern for this in it. But we did have a finish, so it's always a good week when I have a finish. So I'm going to lay that up there out of the way. The next thing I had a lot of things, and they're not in any particular order, but I had my Fat Quarter Shop's July 2025 Sew Sampler box come in. That is the, I believe, block number 5, yeah, or 4. Yeah, it looks like it's 4. Block number 4, I think it's called the Party Time block. I did sew that, get that completed. I am really loving this. This is their quilt along that they're doing for 2025. It's called Flowering. Of course, I bring it out there for you to see. And as y'all know, Tammy and I, we are having our last Thursday night sew along this coming Thursday, July 31st. For this quilt here. This is The Land That I Love. It is in the Celebrate with Quilts book. It is, I believe, Lisa Alexander and Susan Aki. I believe that's what people have told me, is it's pronounced Aki. So we have that this upcoming Thursday. Right now, this past Thursday, I did get this block done, and y'all saw me finish this up in my day in the life on Sunday. So this is, it still needs to be put on the quilt. It will be put on the quilt before Thursday, because Thursday we are putting our borders on. This is what my borders will be looking like. And I figured that kind of closely resembled what they had in the book, and this is the book right here. And the pattern, well, theirs had flowers on it too. I don't know how well you will be able to see that, because I don't have a light that far away, but that's the picture of the quilt that we are doing, that we will have finished come July 31st. Now, my sew-along, I did extend the sew-along, the Saturday sew-along, one more Saturday, because that was a lot to get done. This past Saturday, we worked on assembling our rows. These are all of my rows in order. It doesn't matter if I go from bottom to top or top to bottom. These are all of my rows in order. I did expand my quilt by 2 rows out and 2 rows down. So mine is going to be a queen size for my bed. And that's what I have done. Have I pressed it? No, not pressed it. But that is on the agenda for this upcoming week. So what do I have going on this week? Well, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be keeping a baby overnight because I've not gotten anything. I did get my laundry done because as we sit and watch the movies, he watched the movies, I folded laundry, washed laundry, did all the things with the laundry. So right now I am on just a few items to put in the wash now, along with my cleaning rags and stuff. So pretty much that is good. You know, I'm almost done with all my laundry. I'll have every bit of it in there tonight. There will be not a single thing dirty laundry wise tonight. And that was a task. And I have something you guys will be proud of me for. If you are a long-time subscriber and or watcher, viewer of my videos, you will know that I have had a long-time struggle this year of putting my Christmas decorations up. Well, I am going to tell you, you can be partially proud of me. I got my Christmas tree taken down. It is in my spare bedroom laying on the bed because I need to get the box out to put the tree back in the box. But I had to get it out of my living room to move things around for my grandbaby to stay because he full-fledged needs the whole house to play. He gets on his riding toys and zooms all over the place. I wish I could bottle that energy. And I can tell you, though, I did a lot better this weekend having him than I anticipated. But I am feeling so much better. But like today, after he went home, I went back to sleep. It was afternoon when he went home. And I slept until about 3-ish. Yeah, I slept. And he was not a bad bed partner. He actually sleeps really good. He goes to bed and he's out. Slap out. He did not wake up until my sister called me this morning. And he woke up. Well, when he woke up, he handed me the remote to the TV and the remote to the bed because he wanted to sit up. He loves my bed. It elevates, so he loves it. And he'd sit up and he'd put them hands behind his head back there and just watch TV. Just pretty as you please. Never one bit of problem. He did so well. And he loved it though. But we got up and had our pancakes and our sausage today. And I just started cleaning again because I really needed some downtime this week. And even though he was here, I still had my downtime, just cooking and cleaning. And I've got food I got to throw in the oven tonight. And like I said, it's already 9 o'clock, but you know, it is what it is. I've got to cook. So what am I doing next week or this week? First thing, I don't know why, but I've just gotten a fire lit in me. I want to do this now since I did that block. This is the Poppy Cotton Country Blessings. It is a quilt-along or block of the month. And I really think it is so cute. I just love the cute, fun fabrics in it. And y'all, I'm going to tell you, my grandson, he loves quilts. My quilt that I use is my throw and my recliner. My recliner is like right at the air conditioner vent. So it gets nice and cool and I love that. I love to be able to pull a quilt up. Oh, he had to take that quilt to the bed. He didn't sleep under a sheet. And let me tell you, this child, he don't want the quilt up here. He wants it down on his waist and that's it. He don't want nothing on his torso area. He don't want a shirt. He don't... Diaper only. That's all he wants on. So that's how I let him sleep. But he loves the quilt. So I have a child in my family that loves quilts. So when I have returned to dust, I know I'll have somebody that loves them just as much as I do. But so I know I'm going to be working the poppy cotton. We're going to be finishing the linen that I love. We'll be putting the borders on that. We will be, that's on Thursday night. On Saturday, we will be doing the woodruff quilt. We will be putting the rows together. Now, I will put borders on mine to make it just a little bit wider and longer. Just to meet my dimensions of the quilt that I want to make. But that will be done Saturday. We will be assembling the rows, and I will probably put my borders on separate. Unless I get some of the rows sewn ahead of time. I don't know. That's the goal. That's the goal. But let's see, what else? I don't have anything else up here that I'm going to be working on. The main thing is to finish my 2 larger quilts this week, to do some poppy cotton. I do still want to get on my blouse here. This is my blouse that I am wanting to make. I love that. It's got the peplum bottom. I'm not real crazy about the circle neck, but we'll see. I won't do it with sleeves. Absolutely will not do it with sleeves. I don't like the puffy sleeves either, so I won't be putting elastic in it to make them puffy. I will cut them where they're just a flare sleeve. But that's not on my agenda this week. I'm trying to think what else is on my agenda. Surviving. Have y'all ever had those days? Just surviving. That's on my agenda this week. This will be week number 2, back at work, post-surgery. I think I'm post-surgery now 3 weeks. I had surgery July 3rd. So I'm 3 weeks right now. And actually, I could tell a significant change. Now, my knee still hurts at night. I have to get it comfortable. I really like sleeping on my side, and there's not really a comfortable way to sleep with, even with the pillow at night, just because when you lay on your side, your knee, it kind of bends, and it hurts. And it is, right now, it is still the incision that I'm having issues with. The incision is not red. There's no drainage. The incision is healing fine. It's just that the insides need to heal. The irritation needs to go down. The swelling still needs to go down. I am still icing, so I'm still good with all that. It's just a process. You don't heal overnight. And I understand that, and I have to keep telling myself and reminding myself, you're only 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It takes time to heal. So I have to keep telling myself that, because I feel like I should be able to go and run and go, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That don't happen. So telling myself to slow down is key. And like I said, this week, survival is my goal. My husband is coming in tomorrow. Or today, when you see this, he will be working off of a shutdown, and he will be coming in today. So when he comes in, it's not a bad thing, but my schedule does get changed, because when he comes in, then everything turns into about him and trying to make him, you know, as a wife, that's what you do. You try to make your husband comfortable and try to make sure he has everything he needs, because he does work hard. He's been working 4 weeks. Well, I believe he left. No, I had surgery on the 3rd. He left, went back to work on the 6th for 2 days, then came back for 2 days, and has been gone since then. So at least 2 weeks he's been gone. So he works 12-hour shifts in the heat. He works at a hazardous burn facility, and it is very hot there. And like we had 100 and I think it said like 102 on like the temp thing outside of the bank today. I went past it and it said like 102.1. So, and he's hotter where he's at, because you got to think all those heavy machinery and stuff is hot. So I try to make things as comfortable for him when he comes home, because he doesn't get luxuries when he's working. Now, I mean, he does, where he works is only 30 minutes north of where his dad lives. So he goes and stays at his dad's place when he's working. Not that his dad doesn't have luxuries. They do. They have the same thing we all have, you know, air, water, food. But he doesn't have someone to cook for him, because his dad is at work. They work completely opposite, and they both work 12-hour shifts. His dad's getting off of work when he's getting into work. So they work at the same place. But they work alternating shifts. So his, you know, they never cross each other's paths, except for one's coming in the door and one's going out the door. And they work in different locations of the plant, so they never see each other. But, you know, I mean, he works hard, so I have pushed myself to get all the laundry. And I've been living out of a clothes basket, guys. I'm just going to be honest. Since the surgery, it's been, well, even before the surgery, I was having so much trouble with my leg that doing laundry was hard. Everything was hard because my knee just hurt so bad. But now that I've had surgery, and today, like I said, yesterday and today, I have felt really good. I have been tired. I'm still on that drained feeling. But as far as when I'm up and moving, my knee hurting, no, it's fine. It's just the sleeping is very difficult. But so I try to focus and get everything in the house done before my husband comes in, so things are semi-normal. Now, like I said, my kitchen is still in a state of remodel, and like I said, I'm just going to give up on the remodel. I'm just going to take things and put them, you know, where they can go right now, because we have another issue that's come up, and I've expressed it here and told y'all we are having a moisture issue. Well, it is like on this wall here, it's an end of my house. It's almost like my house has lost the moisture barrier, and like my walls are sweating, they're getting wet, so of course they're causing black marks on the wall. So now I'm in the process of trying to find someone that can come look at this and tell us what we need to do to fix it, or how to fix it, or if we can or not. Because the restroom that's just on the other side of this wall is ruined. Water runs out of the light switch, which is, I can only imagine, very dangerous. Now, granted, that is the marriage line of our house, but I'm in the process of trying to find somebody. I did find somebody that says he knows somebody that did his house when it was put in. He's trying to get the number for me to contact him. I know who he's talking about, and I've called this person, and I never can get him to call me back. So, because I tried calling him a couple years ago when we first started having the issue, which was very minor then, but now it's past minor. It is, we have walls buckling or bowing in because they're so soft from the moisture or the sweating. And I fully anticipate that I'm going to have to rip all the walls off the end of my house, down the marriage line. Now, like that bathroom, that whole thing's going to have to be ripped out and redone. And that'll be fine with me. Maybe I could put a stand-in shower with some pretty stone tile in it. I think it would be beautiful. With a stone bench in it. I would love that. Love that. With like a bifold door. So, you know, those that fold in, that just slide to the end. Because that is a small bathroom, and I would put a small shower in there with a linen closet in there. Because the linen closet we have at the end of the hallway, that needs to be in the back. it's a closet, but it really needs to be like my sheets and stuff like that. And I need a linen closet in the bathroom for towels and things like that. Keep toilet paper and bath towels and extra soap and things like that. I need that. And I know I'm talking about house things, and this is well, no, it's not a sewing channel. It's a My Hobby Home. It's everything that goes on in my house. These are the dilemmas of my house. It's days of our lives. Yes. And instead of having the husband dramas, you know, everybody having everybody else's husbands, we don't have husband dramas here. We have house dramas, which sometimes can make you feel crazier than husband drama, because I don't know a thing in the world about houses. I just know how to live in it. So, but that is really my goal this week, is to survive, because my husband is going to be in. It does kind of mess my schedule up a little bit, because then I'm not just worrying about myself. I'm having to worry about my husband, making sure that he's comfortable, making sure he's fed, which he doesn't like me to cook when he's in, because he's like, well, I don't want you to have to cook, you know. It's just quicker to go eat somewhere. No, it's not. It takes us 30 minutes to get anywhere we want to go eat, and then another 30 minutes to get our food. And in an hour, we could be done, ate, and clean the dishes. So, I don't know. You know, he's just like that. But I want to, you know, I have somebody else to worry about is the main point. And so it just kind of throws my scheduling off a little bit. But I'm hoping that I'm going to do some cooking and prepping tonight, even though it's so late. It don't matter. I had a late nap today. So, guys, I'll be good. I won't be going to sleep no time soon anyway. But I will be trying to bring y'all definitely some of the poppy cotton blocks, or at least one or two of them, because they are so fun. Let me show you some of these. These are some fun blocks. Look at that. Is that not fun? I think that's beautiful. And then we got our little barn. And love these flowers. These were so easy to make too. The sewing machine. I mean, these are just some. And then your red, white, and blues. Do I have that hanging upside down? I may have that hanging upside down. I think I do. Yeah, I think I have it hanging upside down. And then look at that beautiful bird. I saw somebody with some kind of bird pattern on Facebook the other day. And those fun mushrooms. And look at that bunny rabbit. So see, this has some beautiful little blocks in it that I am so excited to work on. I don't know why, but I just got this, you know, excitement to finish that up. I guess because I finished one up and I have two more quilts that'll be done really soon. So, yeah, I'm trying to finish up some quilts here. I do have my preppy that I do want to bind. I may try to pull that out and trim it down and get the binding cut and, you know, sewn together for that quilt. So, I'm not real sure. It's just, guys, whatever I feel like doing when I come in, that's what I get done. And that's what y'all will see. So, I think that's probably about it. I still need to be pressing my woodruff that's over here. It's still on my thing. And I will need to assemble this onto my quilt back here this week before our live Thursday night. So, guys, that's really my two main focuses this week, is getting my woodruff pressed so we can do that on Saturday. Getting my row for land that I love put on the quilt. Those are my two main concerns. Two. I was hoping I would get it all done, you know, for the video y'all saw on Sunday, but I didn't get it all done. Sometimes you just don't get it all done, and that's okay. That's okay. Just as long as you keep going and get it done eventually. That's the goal. That's the goal. So guys, this is all I really have going on right now. I'm just really trying to tie up loose ends. I have 2 quilts that are going to be done within days of each other. The Land That I Love will be done on Thursday. My Woodruff will be done on Saturday. So that'll be 2 quilts in 1 week. And hey, if I get the binding done on my preppy quilt, that'll be 3 quilts. A finish and 2 quilt tops done. Hey, I say that's a win. In anybody's book, you get a finish and 2 quilt tops done. That's a win-win. A big win. So maybe that's how I need to look at it. So friends, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to close this right now because I have more house things that I need to have done before my husband comes home tomorrow. Well, they don't have to. He told me tonight, he said, you know, that don't matter to me, right? I said, it may not matter to you, but it does to me. You know, as a wife, it matters to me. And that's my thing, you know, as if I feel like I'm doing good as a wife, that's what matters. And I have to get it done to feel good about being a wife or feel like I'm being a good wife. So I've got to go handle things in my home before my husband works off. He works off at, I think, 5 in the morning. And so that'll put him home somewhere around 7:30 in the morning, which I'll already be at work when he comes in. But I can have him some breakfast cooked and in the fridge so he can just throw it in the microwave and heat it up. You know, that's the least I can do for him. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.